Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I would like to say, Emmanuel, God bless you. Yes, it's a good day. And today I want to talk to you about a dish that I have prepared. When you think about it, a lot of people like to cook what they grew up on. I would encourage you to think about the fact in the United States of America, our diet, our toxic diet, has led to us having all kinds of autoimmune deficiency diseases. Can't even call them diseases, they call them conditions, because if a person changes their diet, they can actually improve their health. We are actually poisoning ourselves based upon being richer. Long time ago, there was a thing called rich man's disease. People would have gout. They would have too much fat in their diet. They would be fat. They would have heart attacks and all of that. Those were the diseases of the wealthy. Well, with automation and technology, now we have a broad scale of those kind of diseases. Also, we're having a lot of psychosis and depression because we don't have trees and natural environments. Human beings need to look at trees and nature. That's why we will go on vacation to places where we can still find trees and nature, because our psyche is designed to be in those environments. But in any event, in this dish that I made today, it is a normal dish that you would customarily eat. Okay, something that you would customarily eat. But it has turmeric in it. And that turmeric is going to be a warrior in the anti-inflammation inside of your body. So essentially, we've gone too far. We've gotten to the point where just bringing back to what we should do isn't going to be enough, because we've got all this crud that we've accumulated that needs to be utilized in a different manner. So we got to get it out of our body. The turmeric is going to go in and help with that process. So the food needs to have a yellow color to do that, like a golden yellow color. And you will see the turmeric in this dish. Okay? Number 2, and it is a cake. It is an apple cake. The other thing that I have done in this recipe, apples are so good for you. And happy fall, everybody. I'm doing my apple series for fall, if you didn't know. But the skin of the apple is where you fight your diseases from. That's where you're going to get your strongest amount of pectin. You're going to get your anti-inflammatory. You're going to get the parts that go through and scrub the inside of your body. It's going to scrub throughout your whole digestive system. You can't take a scrub brush in your throat, but you can put an apple in there, and that apple will just scrub all the way down, and your life is going to be so much better for leaving the skin on the apple. We got into a point of technology where we thought, oh, I'm just going to eat the part I like the best. We have to recondition our bodies. If you leave the skin on the apples, and you say, well, my teeth aren't good enough for that. You have to start. The onus is on you. You have to start using the teeth that you have to chew through those apple skins. I know of people with no teeth in countries that eat chicken bones. So I know if you even have one tooth in your mouth or some false teeth, you can still survive and live. If you're gonna make excuses, find another video. I go to people's funerals too. It's not like you have to help yourself. And that's what this is about. So leave the skin on the apple. I slice these apples, you will see the skin is on them. If you feel a little something in your tooth because you're not good at chewing apple skins, after you finish your meal, whatever's left, brush your teeth, use some floss. This is critical to your health. It's not a game. Nobody's going to tell you this. That's why I got this recipe on here. Nobody's going to tell you to put turmeric in your cake. They would laugh at me about that and say, I don't know how that's going to taste. How does living a good life taste? That's what this is about. How does being alive and taking less medication and not killing your kidney and having to be on dialysis and fear that some politician who's not on that same in that same genre is going to say, oh, we're going to snatch dialysis about you. How does having your own kidneys and your own liver taste to you? You know, how does having your own independence, nobody have to tell you what to do? That's what turmeric tastes like, you know, and I think it's delicious. I think that you'll like it. So this is a turmeric apple cake, and most importantly, it has a bunch of flaxseed in it. So you go to your local health food store or Whole Foods or wherever you can go. Oh, I see you again. I can't afford all that. Oh, you can afford $100 for one little bottle of medication, but $5 for a package of flaxseed, and you're tripping. You know, you can afford $10 for McDonald's. And here I am, an herbalist, trying to get you to put $5 on some flaxseed, $5 on your life. This is not a crapshoot. This stuff works. You're going to go to the bathroom. Oh, that's another thing. When you eat this dish, you're going to the bathroom, madam. If you've been eating burgers and shakes and fries and cookies and like me, root beer floats, and then you eat my apple flaxseed turmeric cake. It's a coffee cake, so this is not the sweetest thing you've ever encountered in life. This is a breakfast dish. Or, you know, you could have it as a dessert if you want to, but it was designed to be eaten in the breakfast time. And it is designed to, as you go through the day and live your life, use the bathroom. So if you are accustomed to eating a diet with no whole grains in it, eat this your first day with some water and stay home that day, because everything's coming out, girlfriend. Your body is sick of stuff. Your body is sick of stuff. It's not that this is doing anything to you. This is not giving you diarrhea. Your body is a woman that is fed up with somebody's no good madness, and today is the day they got to go. So now you understand my recipe, you know, enjoy. So I'm making a cake today. You see how soft my butter is? It is at room temperature. And this is a little less than a stick of butter. And then I'm adding close to a 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Not quite, I saved some further. You can see my butter is nice there. Now you take your egg. I hope I do this without getting... Okay, I managed to not get the peel all over everything. And you see how the egg just goes right into that sugar? And you can mix it. You know you can't mix butter and eggs like this. Here's a second egg. Bakers are never in a hurry with this kind of stuff. Alrighty, so mix it in 1 cup of sour cream, as this will be mixed with flour, and at that point the lumps will come out. There's our finished mix, and we're going to pour this into our flour mixture. So you see I have flaxseed in there to kind of mimic a whole grain flour, because I accidentally got white flour, and I don't cook without grain. So now we're going to dump the wet ingredients. I use my wooden spoon, but since I've already started to use this, I'm just going to mix it like that. See, there's no need for all these fancy tools. It just was old wives' tales, you know. A cake that's overbeaten is tough. So with the technology, a lot of people made a lot of bad cakes. You don't want it so heavy that it's hard for it to rise. So mix that. Still wasn't quite it's still a little heavy to me. I want it to be more liquid, so it'll take a little longer to cook and be able to rise a little bit more than that. So I'm going to mix some more. And there's the texture of my homemade whole grain. See? That's nice texture, puddingy texture. Now get on to about 2 tablespoons of our mix, and I added some more cinnamon and the sugar that I left out. Plus now I'm adding a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric and more sugar to this. Traditionally you would just use sugar and cinnamon, but that is not my way. And then I'm gonna add a cup of apples to lower the calorie count and substitute for the sugar. Okay, I had a few little crumbs of, what you're doing is just coating these apples with your mixture here, and they will go where they choose to go in our cake pan. Given to me by my godfather last year, so I don't have to butter the pan right now. Just spray it. But I think buttering the pan is healthier and tastes better. But that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to flour your pan. You just move the flour around on your oil like so, so that the cake can rise. I'll show you after I finish because I'm doing this. Make the same cake in a bread bundt cake and give it away to people. I'm going to take and just plop some of this batter into the bottom here. It's pretty thick, so you can do that. That's why I left it somewhat thick so that I could do this. Now that I've got the batter in there, I'm gonna add all the apples in the middle of the cake here. I wouldn't expect to really like the dish, but she's eating some of it. Probably just to choke down some flaxseed. Cover the apples with the remaining batter so that you have a beautiful coffee cake. She's all done. And I have to let her cool. Yeah, that's what a turmeric, cinnamon, apple sour cream cake looks like. Oh, let us not forget the flaxseed. Those are expensive too. She smells like an apple cinnamon cake. Okay, an apple cinnamon sour cream cake. What shall we really call her? This is my own creation. My recipes on here, you guys, they are my own recipes. So I have to make up the names. Sometimes I'm not that good at the names. I'm just in here cooking and eating. So there is my beautiful cake. She looks good. That's my coffee cake. Yum. American Partridge. This is the perfect night to have Tim Alberto join us, as he will later in this hour, after a day in which Republicans once again fell in line with Donald Trump. Since that's a coffee cake, I guess you could eat it warm, but usually you let your cake cool. Yeah, well, I'm eating this one warm. Yes, of course. Yeah, I had to wait a long time for this. Look at those out. Do you like it? Well, coffee cake isn't supposed to be too sweet, but the apples give it a little sugar. It tastes good and moist.